As historians strive to understand and interpret the past, they are dependent upon the memories of those who were there and who left a record of their experiences. This is true of the first vision, for which we must rely on the memory of only one mortal participant to understand it, Joseph Smith. It is important for those wishing to study the first vision or any other historical event to understand both the limits and the strengths of human memory. Historian Stephen C. Harper has looked carefully at Joseph Smith's first vision accounts in light of memory studies, trying to patiently listen to Joseph Smith remember his experience in each account. Memory is not the simple recall of information and events from one's life, but is an active process that involves reconstructing the events in one's mind again and again. The complexities of memory are such that it's not a simple dichotomy between accurate and inaccurate memories. Nearly all memories have both reliable and unreliable elements in them. In his studies, Harper found that Joseph's accounts of his vision acknowledge that his memory was both limited and accurate. Studying Joseph's accounts about the first vision with an understanding of both the nature and limitations of memory can help us not only better reconstruct the original vision itself, but also better recognize and understand what the vision meant to Joseph at various points in his life. Most memory evaporates, Harper explains, but when we focus on something repeatedly, it is processed into a secondary memory. Secondary memories are more stable over time and are strengthened by making emotional connections to our experiences. Long-term memory is also improved when we are conscious of what we are remembering. This means that important events in our life can be more easily remembered, but peripheral details often become fuzzy or can slip from our minds altogether. Joseph Smith's accounts of his first vision, remarks Harper, abound with these attributes of memory. His feelings were deep, and his mind became seriously impressed. This kind of language saturates his detailed accounts. As Harper notes, Joseph's memories seem especially keen when they recall thoughts and the strong emotions he associated with them. Yet peripheral details like his age, the exact day of the event, and the time of year when this religious excitement began, and so on, are all remembered more vaguely. He was about 14 years old. It was sometime in the second year after the family moved to Manchester, New York, and it was early in the spring when he kneeled to pray. Joseph's accounts also illustrate the features of both factual memory, recollections of objective details, and interpretive memory, the meaning or significance that he assigned to the experience. Interpretive memories grow and change over time because they are shaped by events subsequent to the episode being remembered. Thus, each of Joseph's accounts reflect different emphases and details, in part because they reflect what his vision meant to him at different stages of his life. For example, the 1838 account of the first vision has a strong emphasis on persecution, which is lacking in the other accounts. This account was written and edited in the midst of the hostilities of the Kirtland apostasy, the Missouri War, and Joseph's imprisonment in Liberty Jail. In the midst of all of this, persecution loomed large on Joseph's mind, and in his interpretive memory, it seemed as though the adversary was aware at a very early period of my life that I was destined to be a disturber and annoyer of his kingdom. This does not mean that Joseph was just making his experiences up. Rather, it simply means that some recollections of his first vision may not have been as marked or intense as Joseph later remembered them as having been. As Harper puts it, an outward observer would not likely interpret these events as intensely as Joseph Smith subjectively did. To the contrary, the fact that Joseph's accounts bear all the hallmarks, including the limitations, of human memory strongly suggests that these are authentic memories, meaning this is not a story that Joseph just made up or fabricated.